Hello, my name's Rachel from Sew Round the Bend, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the SewTites magnetic cutting system. I got this from the Festival of Quilts in the NEC in Birmingham at the weekend, and I've had a few comments on my video asking me to show you. So here we go, this is going to be an unboxing. The box is quite big, as you can see, so let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, let's see what we've got in the box. It's very difficult to get this all in frame, but just take some sellotape off the sides. Not quite sure how to get into this. Okay, we have some tabs at the top here. And some more sellotape. Okay, should be able to get into this now. Wow, this looks great. Got this foam packaging. Keeping it all safe, let's get rid of that. Got a booklet, some magnets, and these are the boosters that we're going to use with the ruler. Now this one comes with a long ruler, and this ruler is 6.5 inches by 24 inches, I think. Okay, let's get the magnetic board out. Okay, it's quite heavy. That's the first thing I noticed about it. Let's get rid of this box. Okay, so the board is 24 inches by 20 inches. It has a dark grey side, and on the other side is light grey. So depending on what colour fabric you're cutting, depends on which side of the fabric, which side of the board you're going to use. Now I'm told that this board is made up of 7 layers. It's a self-healing board, so cutting mat, sorry. And it has 3 layers. Then it has the magnetic layer, and then 3 more layers. So it's made up of 7 layers in total. So in the box we have our 6.5 by 24 inch ruler. We also have 12 magnetic boosters, and if you can see here, these silver circles, you put your magnetic boosters on these circles. So when you put your mat down and you put your magnetic boosters on, just do this quickly, you can see that when I'm trying to move this, it's really not moving very much at all. Also, we got this envelope, and it says SewTites Sew Magnetic Cutting System Owner's Kit. I haven't seen what's in here. Okay, so there's some directions on here, and there's also a QR code, so if you want to pause the video and check out that QR code, you're more than welcome. In addition to the SewTites cutting system, I also bought an extra ruler. This is a 6.5 inch square ruler, and this also has the circles on where you put your magnetic boosters on. So you would just do it like that, and again, that really doesn't move very much at all. You might be wondering whether you can use your existing rulers. Although the directions say that you should only use SewTites rulers, I I'm going to see whether it's possible to do it with an existing ruler. This is a 3.5 inch square Omni Grip ruler. And if I put magnets on here, there's not so much of a pull with this one as there is with these ones, because these are magnets themselves. But again, if I push this, it's not really going anywhere. So I guess you could use your existing rulers if they're not too thick. So let's see how it actually works in real life cutting fabric. This is just a scrap piece of fabric that I have. I'm going to lift up my ruler with the magnets on because I'm lazy, and I'm going to line the ruler up along the line, and then take my rotary cutter. Remember, you need a sharp rotary cutter to be able to get the full use of this. I'm just resting my hand very gently on here, and I'm cutting, and that has come away. Maybe I need to sharpen my rotary blade, but that's come away very cleanly. Let's try another cut. Okay, very light pressure with my hand. I'm not holding this at all because the magnets are doing the job for me. So if I go along here and take away that, it did not move a single inch. This ruler is really strong. So I'm really quite impressed with that. Now I just want to see what happens if we just use the ruler with none of the magnetic boosters on. Let's see what that does. Once again, that was a very sturdy adhesion. Now, obviously, if you have the SewTites rulers, why not just use the boosters just to give you that extra security? But I'm quite impressed with this, and I'm glad I can share it with you. So what happens about cutting longer pieces of fabric? Here I've got a piece that will be accommodated by my ruler, and let's say I want to make a 2.5 inch binding strip. So as usual, I'm going to line up one of these horizontal lines with the fold in my fabric, and then line it up on the 2.5 inch mark along the edge. Okay, now we need our boosters. That moves slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a gentle pressure, and then we have our perfect cut. Now sometimes when you cut on the fold, you get a bump in your fabric, but there is absolutely no bump here. I also wanted to point out these lines here, which you can use to make angled cuts. And if we look a bit closer, we can see some of the numbers on here. And this is also repeated up in this top corner. And that's the same for both sides of the mat. Now, one thing to notice is that these do come in right-handed and left-handed versions. So it's important to get the right one. And I know for left-handed people, this is quite a good concept because not many things are made for left-handed quilters. Let's just have a look at these general use guidelines that came in the box. So it says only use rotary cutters on the mat. Knives are not recommended. Change rotary blades often. Rotate and flip the map occasionally. You don't want to completely cut in the same area all the time because that will damage your mat. So try and move your fabric around different areas of the mat when cutting. Store in the provided box, but for me, I'm going to keep it out on my desk permanently. Do not expose it to extreme temperatures. Wipe clean with a dry cloth, keep flat, and do not iron. So yeah, those are the guidelines. It doesn't actually say about only using SewTites rulers with it, but as you saw, I managed to get on okay. I hope this little demonstration has given you more of an idea about the SewTites magnetic cutting system. I really like it. I've only just tried it out on a few bits of fabric, but I am very confident in its ability to hold the fabric, and I think this is going to be great. One other thing to mention is that some people use this with dressmaking patterns, so that really thin tissue paper, and you can use the boosters to hold that down and cut round it easily with a rotary cutter, instead of having to pin it to your fabric and cut with scissors or use pattern weights. So yes, I'm really excited to keep using this, and I think it's really going to help me in my projects. Thank you very much for watching. If there are any questions, please leave them below, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I answer all comments in my description, in my comment section. I will reply to all of them. I hope this has helped you, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.